Good morning Year 5 and welcome back. Here are your answers to yesterday's ratio problems. These ones were quite straightforward. I think this one was fairly straightforward. We used slightly different language. When you got to this one, you weren't necessarily given the numbers, you had to work them out, but I've just shown you there how you could have used that bar model to help you get the right answer. So hopefully if you weren't sure about that one, my answer has made it a little bit clearer for you. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at my ratio of red bricks to green bricks. I have 6 red bricks and 12 green bricks. So at the moment, we can see that the ratio of red bricks to green bricks is 6 to 12. Okay, so that's a correct ratio at the moment based on what we did yesterday. Now, I know that 6 and 12 both have a factor of 2. So we could put our Lego bricks into groups of 2. I'm just going to do that now. And now I can do a ratio based on the groups. So I have 3 groups of red bricks and I have 6 groups of green bricks. So my ratio of red bricks to green bricks is 3 to 6. Both of these are correct, and you may have already spotted a pattern between them. But we could go one further, because 6 and 12 could also be put into groups of 6. So let's imagine that that's one group, and then that's a group of 6, and that's a group of 6. So I've got 1 red group and 2 green groups. So this time we could say the ratio of red bricks to green bricks is 1 to 2. All of these ratios are equivalent, they're the same. And thinking back to all the work we did on fractions, you may be thinking, oh, it's exactly the same as finding equivalent fractions. And you would be right. What we need to make sure we're doing is the same to both of the numbers. So you may have spotted that to get to from the first ratio to the second ratio, we divided both of the numbers by 2. And to get from the first one to the last one, we divided both by 6. So it was important that we could work out the factors of 6 and 12 so that we knew what to divide by. This one here is called the simplest form, exactly like when we cancel down our fractions to the simplest form. We can express a ratio in its simplest form by dividing by the highest common factor. Okay, so let's just do a few practices of those before you have a go. So let's have a look. If the ratio is 4 to 6, like this, we could work out the simplest form, first of all, by thinking about the factors of 4 and 6, and thinking about the highest common factor. I know that 2 is the highest common factor of 4 and 6. Again, you could write out the factors if you needed to. So I'm going to divide both numbers by 2 to give me 2. Oh, sorry, I put a divide in there. It shouldn't be a divide, it should be a ratio. Okay, so 4 to 6 in its simplest form is 2 to 3. Let's just do one more. Let's do 12 and 4. Okay, I know that the highest common factor is 4 there. So the ratio of 12 to 4, we're going to divide them both by 4 to get us the ratio 3 to 1. So the ratio 12 to 4 in its simplest form is 3 to 1. So you hopefully can see lots of similarities here with our work on fractions. The only other thing you might need to be able to do for today's task is to fill in missing numbers in equivalent fractions. So let's have a go at some together. The ratio 2 to 5 is equivalent to the ratio of 6 to what? So how are we going to work out the missing number? Well, I'm going to lay it out exactly the same as last time with my arrows like this, and I'm going to put in what I know. So that's what I know so far. How do I get from 2 to 6? Well, I multiply it by 3. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. Remember us saying the same to the top as you do to the bottom? Well, this time it's the same left to right. 5 times 3 is 15. So the answer is 15. And then let's just do one more. start with the ratio of 15 to 12 equals something to 4. Well, let's have a look. What do I know? This is what I know. I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 15, same to this side, divided by 3 is 5. So the missing number there is 5. Okay, over to you now then. I've got some for you to try, similar to the ones we went through today. So have a go, and then I'll be back tomorrow with your answers.